Okay, guys, this video is going to be about the tribes in Africa named after the forefather Esau or Edom. I'm gonna give a quick breakdown of who Esau is, and we're gonna get to the tribes that sound or are named after Esau. Esau is the individual twin brother of Jacob, son of Isaac, while Edom is both a nickname for Esau and in the nation territory founded by his descendants. Esau is the ancestor, and Edom is the nation that settled in the hill country of Seir, often serving as a rival to Israel. Key differences: individual versus entity. Esau is the person. Edom is the name applied to him, meaning red, after selling his birthright, which subsequently becomes the name of his nation. Meaning of names: Esau's name is of uncertain origin, while Edom means red, referring to the stew he bought or the reddish mountainous lands his descendants occupied. Conflict and legacy: Esau, the person, and Jacob, ancestor of Israel, reconciled, but their descendants, the Edomites and Israelites, were frequently antagonistic, with Edom often seen as a hostile enemy. Esau, the first son of Isaac, a hunter and patriarch. Edom, the name for the nation, the descendants of Esau in the geographic region of the south of the Dead Sea. Alright. We're going to go ahead, type this right quick. Idumea is the Greek and Roman name for a biblical region of Edom, located south of the Dead Sea, meaning red or earthy. Okay. So now we know what Esau means, which is his name at birth, the person. Edom, the name after he sold his birthright, or which means red. And then we know Idumea is the Greek name for Edom, meaning red or earth. So keep in mind those words. And we're going to look at one more part before we get to it. Jewish Encyclopedia. So you're going to type Edom. Oops, we're going to do Esau. People always spell it wrong. Alright, Jacob's elder brother. Right. Densely haired, very improbable, Usu, right? Look for the word Usus. So it's not just Esau and Edom. Look for Usu. Look for red. Try to find Boor. Okay, Boor is not there for some reason. Since we don't see the word Boor, we're going to go ahead and put Edom. Remember, we got to look for the word Boor. Alright, so remember, Boor is there too. I have no idea why they're not showing Boor on here. Alright, let's get to it. First off, we're going to type in the Edo Kingdom. Remember, you can use this against to debate someone that there's evidence of black tribes or Negro tribes in the world, specifically in Africa, that are named after Esau or Edom, right? And they will not be able to name you one white tribe. They might be able to name you an Arab tribe, but most Arabs don't really have identity, or they're mixed today. They won't be able to name you a white tribe named Esau or Edom. But let's get to the Edo Kingdom. Okay. The Kingdom of Benin, or the Empire Benin, was known as Great Benin, is a traditional kingdom in southern Nigeria. It has no historical relation to the modern Republic of Benin, which was known as Dahomey from 17th century until 1975. Isn't that funny? Dahomey. Oh man, that just sounds like I'm not saying that that's how the Hebrew Israelite cult was made in America, but it just sounds like that's what it sounds like. They were part of that name of the country, Dahomey. The Kingdom of Benin's capital was Edo, known as Benin City in Edo State, Nigeria. Okay? So we already been told one of the most powerful empires, called the Great Benin, located in southern Nigeria, has a capital named Edo. Keyword of Edo is Edom. And I told in that debate a while ago, right? Edo used to be Edom. They took it off because they're trying to hide who their forefather was, and they sold slaves to America. So Edo is Edom, the Edo Kingdom is Edom, and then the Edo State. So we already found a kingdom in Africa named after Edom. Alright. Now we're going to get towards the tribes before we get back to the Edo Kingdom. Alright, so from my research, and I wrote a bunch of notes down on this, so it took me an hour to do all this, but let's go ahead. First one, Edo tribe. And I want to make another tab for this. How do I do that? No. Oh wait, yeah. So just drag it out. And then, yeah. The Edo people, or Beni, are a major Nigerian ethnic group primarily located in Edo State, renowned for their ancient heritage as the core of the historic Benin Empire. They speak the Edo language, Benin language, and are famous for their sophisticated brass casting, ivory carving, and wood carving, alongside a deep respect for traditional ruler, the Oba of Benin. And when I hear the word Oba, right, sounds like one of the wives of Esau. Wives of Esau. When I think of Oba. Or I think it's son or Oba, right? Yeah. Oh my gosh. There you go. Type too fast. Oh yeah, I forgot I could use the AI thing. Yeah, it sounds like, so it either sounds like Ahola Aholabama, or the wife of Aholabama. Sounds like they just took off the H and just put Oba. That's what it sounds like to me. But yeah, we'll type in right quick. Oba origin. Name. Okay. Yoruba culture, Edo culture. The Oba River goddess. Yeah, I knew it. The Oba River. Right. Sounds like they made up of who the husband is. But when I'm thinking of Oba, I'm thinking of the wife of Esau, Oholabama. That's who I'm thinking of. All right, now let's get back to the Edo tribe. Okay, so we're gonna go here. Edo people can be found in Nigeria's Edo state. Oh yeah, and I also recommend to put this on 1.25, 1.5 so you won't get bored and you can keep going, So that's why I'm talking slow. So you can put it on 1.25 or 1.5. But yeah, Edo people can be found in Nigeria's Edo state. Right? The fashion. The Edo people have a rich and flamboyant traditional fashion style. This is usually prominent during ceremonies as weddings, coronation, and the like. When it comes to culture attire, the Edo people maintain a unique way of dressing. Coral bead accessories as a true passion for Edo women and men. Common attire includes coral beads, anklets, raffia work, and so on. The men usually wear a white t-shirt or shirt and above it, and multicolored striped fabric. There are options with other patterns, the choice of headdresses, depending on the preferences of a man. Some men even prefer to wear black hats as part of their traditional attire. Okay? In traditional religion of the Edo, there exists besides the human world and the visible world of supernatural beings such as interceders for the human world, offerings as made to them in their respective shrines. Osanabua is the creator and supreme. This sounds like Esau. Yeah, we're gonna go there, right? So Osanabua, Esan language, part of the Esan language, Osenabula or Osenebra, right? Which is commonly integrated into modern Edo names such as Isosa, and I'm glad we found this. We're gonna keep this for another video. And y'all probably know, if you're a really good researcher or geographist, or you'll know why I'm going to keep this for next one. But God in Edo language, it refers to as Osa, sounds like Issa, which is not commonly integrated into Edo names such as Isosa. There's another Issa name, and it's part of the Edo language, which means God's goodness or gift. We know Esau believes he has the birthright, right? God, Simon, Ephosa. So basically, based off belief system, they made a god that's, what you call it, naming their god Esau. That's what it seems like to me, right? And then when you look at the Queen Mother Edea in their architecture, Edea sounds like one of the sons of Esau, or wives Issa, sorry, Ada. That's what Ida sounds like. Edea sounds like Ada. And then the next thing, if you want to know what the Edo people look like, because some people might be like, well, the Edo people, they're still white. Well, when you look at the Edo people, right? When you look at them, They don't look white to me. They look brown and red, right? When I saw this dude right here, he looks like he looks like one of my friends, who is Nigerian, but he looks like what you call it? That dude from that YouTuber who died a few years ago, who got shot. I think his name was P2 the name. P2 is the name. There he is. He looks like him. Looks exactly like him. I can see it. And P2 the name is Nigerian. Let's see. Tribe of Nigeria. And Nuwali. And Nuwali. Surname. It just says it's linked to Nigeria, but it won't, give the tribe. And it's comparing the name to a name of Scandinavia. It's just kind of interesting. But if you can't see it through that angle, we'll just do it like this. We'll do it like this. And if you notice, red is their sacred color, right? We do Edo tribe sacred colors. Those sacred and traditional colors of the Edo people in Nigeria are primarily red, ododo, completed by coral white and gold yellow. The number one color, the color of royalty and power, right? Red. Red is considered the quintessential color of the Edo tribe, representing culture, tradition, royalty, and nobility. It is believed to represent the fiery spirit of the Edo people, their warriors, and their ancestors. Right, because they're Edomites. That's why they like red. Edom is referring to red, right? So, yeah. So, yeah. Okay, now we're gonna get to the people right quick, and then we're to the next tribe. So you got the Esau the second, the king, right? Look what skin color look what he looks like, and look at the people around him. They are black. Or Negro, my bad, Negro. A dude named Boy Spice. See how he has the dreads? Another musical artist. Look at Boy Spice. Looks Negro. So, this is Edom. He's from the Edo tribe. You can see it. And you see people that here look like him too. Another rapper. Shala Poppy. You got a lot of people who, look like him here. Well, he's Nigerian. He's from the Edo tribe. Right? Yeah, another one named Rema. He's from the Edo tribe. So, yeah. That's the first one. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can find a woman. Yep, boom. You know. So. But yeah. Now, we're going to get to the next tribe on my list. The Esan. The Esan people, pronounced Esan, and there's a reason why they did that, are an Edoid ethnic group native to Edo State in southern Nigeria, comprising of 35 kingdoms. Historically, they originated from the Benin Empire around 1460, when citizens fled strict mourning laws imposed by Oba Iri, forming a distinct agricultural and formerly warlike culture. Location: primarily inhabit the 5 areas of central senatorial district, including Esan West, Esan Central, Esan Northeast, Esan Southeast, and Igwebin. Origin: the name is derived from the Benin phrase Esan Fia, meaning they have fled or jumped away. They are often referred to as Eshan by colonial British influence. They speak the Esan language. Alright. So all you gotta do is go to Wikipedia. They are from Nigeria, right? I don't know what just happened. It's alright. Origins. The origins of the Esan complex are complex, involving multiple waves of migration spanning centuries. Historically, 3 major waves of migrations contributed to the formation of Esan land as it is known today. Etymology and identity. There is no historical evidence to the origin of the term Esan. The term Esan has been applied to the Esan people for thousands of years and used before contact with Europeans. The popular belief, some historians, that the name Esan was originally Esan Fia, owes its origin to Benin, meaning they have fled or jumped away. Is not historically correct, as there is historical evidence that the term Esan has been associated to this ethnic group before Oba dynasty in Edom. Eshan is anglicized form of Esan. Right. So, yeah, this is why I believe they are related to the people of the Esan of Thailand. I believe that that the Esan historical in North Thailand gave away their land. I mean, they took their land from the Esan people of Nigeria. Because they were used to be called Eshan at one point, and they were called Eshan too, but that's another video for another day. But yeah, what you call it? We don't really have to read as much as for this one. Etymology. Already read that, yeah. Okay. Before we get to the religion, Esan folktales and folklore like the Igbo, Bone, Imin, and Aku serve as a form of learning entertainment. The Esan have prominent traditional rulers who keep an order in society where beauty and manners are intertwined. Despite the long-term impact of Christianity, the Esan are largely traditional, and a large number practice traditional beliefs in the form of worship ancestral spirits and other gods. As a large percentage of Esan are Christians, most Catholic, and recently of other denominations. Esan has various dialects, all which stem from Beni, and there is a close affinity between Esan and the Benin people, which led to come saying Esan, E-G-B Edo, meaning Esan has not harmed the Edo. There have been translations of that saying Esan Edo, which means Esan have conquered Beni. The traditional Esan religion has many similarities to the traditional Edo religion. Due to the Esan migration to the northeast during the 15th century of the Benin Empire, there are many deities of the Esan religion. Osambua, the main Edo Esan god. This name for God was brought over to Christianity and missionaries, and thus translation for God in Esan land is Osanabua. Olokun, Isu, sounds like Esau. Wrongly categorized as Esan trickster god. This god is shared with Yoruba and Edo myth. The name Isu was used as translation for Satan by Christian missionaries. This is also very incorrect and false. Isu is not Satan or devil, right? Sounds like how the Hebrew Israelites be saying in America, right? Esau the devil, right? Yeah. Now we're gonna get to people in the Esan. Show you that they're Negro today. So we got Christy Ogba. You can see here she has an afro hair, Negro face, right? This is a real person. Got a footballer named Zui. Negro face, afro hair. Another footballer. Yeah, Esau from the Esan tribe. Right, so yeah. Now we're gonna do the next tribe, the Akoko-Edo. Oh yeah, let me do this right quick. Alright, the Esan tribe located in Edo State, Nigeria, traditionally utilizes a combination of red, black, and white. Red represents blood and is intended to inspire men to acts of valor, strength, and power, just like how Esau represented. Right? So the Akoko-Edo, the Akoko-Edo people are an indigenous group in Nigeria, primarily located in the Akoko-Edo local government area of Edo State, with their headquarters in Igara. Recognized for a rich, diverse culture, they consist of 14 different clans and have historical ties to the Benin Empire, resulting in a unique mix of Edo and Yoruba culture influences. Alright. Since we already read about the Edo, we don't really need to go too deep into them. Just know that this Akoko could possibly be a Canaanite name that they mix with. Yeah, we don't really have to get into where they're from. Now we're just gonna show the people. Ula AJ, right? They don't want to show the picture. Okay, see, that's a Negro. You see how red his skin is? Look how red it is. Alright. Now we're going to get to the next tribe. The Isu people. The Isu people are a community in Cameroon Northwest region primarily located across 8 villages in the Michom division. They face significant challenges including security concerns, kidnapping, and agricultural tensions with neighboring communities. They are resilient, maintaining a traditional and often blended cultural identity in the region. Alright. Now there's not a lot of information of them, right? But there's a goddess or god called Issa is the Orisa of trickery, crossroads, duality, and languages in the Yoruba religion. Issa is prominent primordial divinity who descended from Akula Arun and the chief enforcer of natural and divine laws. Right? Beliefs: Issa is the master intermediary between the Edom and the Orisa and Ida, Indian human beings. He supervises distributions of Igbo made humans to Orisa and Ejogun. Right. Issa is powerful and ubiquitous to the extent of having every day of the 4-day traditional Yoruba week as his day worship. Unlike all other Irimo Orisa, Ojo Jibo, the Konomin, Eba Niwa Oren Bari highlights the complex nature of Isu Oba Adora. So you can see there's a lot of Esau, Indu, a lot of Isu in there, which means they're referring to Esau, Edom. Right? They keep saying father, goddess. That's just the worship of Esau. Right? But there's a tribe in Cameroon called Isu. Let's see, we go to images. Here they are. They're showing Negroes. Right? Tribe in Cameroon. In Isu. Negroes. Right? Alright. So we're going to get to the next tribe. The Issa tribe. Of Somali. Alright. The Issa. Remember the key word Issa. Esau. Sounds like Esau. They just replaced it with an I. And took the U off and put Issa. The Issa are one of the main Somali clans. Besides Somalia, the Issas live in Djibouti and northeastern Ethiopia. In Djibouti, formerly the French territory of the Afars and Issas, the indigenous population is almost evenly divided between the Issas and the Afars. Right? So that's all they really say about the tribe. Now I want to go to the clan. And I'm not saying that, they are related to, the tribe of Esau, but just letting you know that it sounds like Esau, and they could have the nation of Esau could have been in this region and mixed with people. So the Esau, also spelled Esau or Esau. That's what I was trying to tell you. They took the I off. It took the E off and made an I. So right. So yeah. Now I don't know what this is kind of funny. The Issa clan has produced numerous noble Somali men and women over the centuries, including multiple kings. Throughout their known history, the Issa were known for their military strength and viciousness. The British who came across viewed them as the Issas as one of the most fanatical and warlike tribes in northeast Africa. The British also tried to invade Zelia, home of the white Issa or Asa, which the natives reigned victorious with. That there was never any attempt to occupy the interior of the Issa country, which was mostly inhabited by black Issa. Now they have a white Issa and a white black Issa. Right? Tribal traditions. Those of the black Issa was that a young blood was not allowed to marry until he slain a man in battle. It was not essential to kill the man for fair combat. Right? So, yeah. You can read more about this on your own. But we can read this right quick right here. Alright. The Somalis Issa, who are of a very fine race. Their height is tall. Their nose is almost aquiline. A large forehead with regular lines gives their characteristics face to physical attributes of intelligence. Endowed with very fiery courage, they love battles, while their skill in throwing the arrow gives them a great superiority over their neighbors who fear them. Right. So, you can read more about this. Right. Now, I'm showing you people of the Issa. See a leader. He has a beard. His hair is kind of wavy, but this is a Negro. So right. Some of them look Negro. Some of them look Hamitic, but you should know that Esau mixed with Canaanites. So some of them are going to look Negro, some of them are going to look Hamitic. She looks very Negro. So he has an afro and beard. Right? And they all have red names too. So yeah. Now we're gonna get to the next one. Okay. The Isaaq. The Isaaq people in Somalia. The Isaaq. So remember, I believe they took the I. They took the I off. They took the E off and put I. Took the U off and made it Isaaq instead of Esau. It's a major Somali clan. It is one of the largest Somali clan families in the Horn of Africa. The Isaaq people claim in traditional legend to have descended from Sheikh Isaaq bin Ahmed. Right? Somali genealogical traditions place the origin of the Isaaq tribe in 12th century or 13th century with the alleged arrival of Sheikh Isaaq bin Ahmed from Arabia. According to the oral lore, Sheikh Isaaq settled in the coastal of the modern-day town Somaliland. Hence, Sheikh Isaaq married 2 local women in Somaliland, which left them with 8. Despite these traditions, scholars have no their clear Cushitic ethnic and linguistic origins. Yeah, that means they mix with Ham, or they are Ham, one of those two. Right, you can read the rest on your own. We're just trying to prove that there's a bunch of names and people that are named after Esau and they're Negro or black, right? Whatever you want to call it. Alright, so go to the figures. You got a Negro looking person. He could be Hamitic right there. Esan. Okay. This person looks very Negro. He looks very Negro. right? That person looks Negro. Could be Hamitic a little bit. Another Negro. Negro. Or Negroid, right? So, yeah. Another tribe of Esau in Somalia. I've already named you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tribes of Esau in Africa. Or Edom. Next one. The Sua tribe. It's on my list. They are located in Congo. The Sua are a nomadic, patrilineal hunter-gatherer population residing in small bands in the Ituri rainforest of the Democratic Republic of Congo. They are recognized as one of the 4 distinct of Ituri pygmies closely associated with the Babadu people, or sometimes referred Kango. Lifestyle. They are primarily hunter-gatherers and who have foreign economic and other cultural interdependencies with local agriculturalist groups such as the Bantu-speaking Bila. Location. They live on the western edge of the Ituri forest near Wamba. Classification along with the Aka, Ifi, and Mabuti. The Sua are part of the indigenous rainforest inhabitants in the region. Right. So, yeah. Okay, what's this? Make another tab for that. Alright, we don't need that. Alright, so we're gonna type Cameroon. My bad, Congo, that's where they're from. Go to images. These are what they're showing different groups, but we're just looking for Sua. They're not gonna show it, but but these are showing pygmies. So yep, some tribes of the pygmies that are of Esau, right? So yeah, Sua tribe, Congo. Alright, we'll get to the next one. Susu. Oh yeah, also the Sua tribe, they basically took the E off and put the U in front. Because, it's Esau, but they took the E off. Next one. Susu people. The Susu or Susu people are a Mande-speaking ethnic group living in Guinea and northwestern Sierra Leone, particularly in Kambia district. Smaller communities also found in Guinea-Bissau. Now, if you look at the Susu, right? The Susu are found in Guinea-Bissau, right? Boissois sounds like Esau at the end of the word Busa. So the Susu are Susu, right? Smaller communities are also found in Guinea-Bissau and Senegal. So remember, Susu sounds like Isu, which means it's just referring to Esau. And then this time they're putting the U there, and now it sounds like Isu, which really Esau. So, and they're from Guinea-Bissau, right? Busa. They took, so remember the key word in Bissau is Esau. They took the E out and put an I. You're not be thinking, how is this part of the research? Where in the Bible does it say this? I'm just saying, the name Esau is in the Bible. The name Edom is in the Bible. What they do is they'll try to switch letters and words to confuse you, right? So, yeah. right? The ethnonymy. The Susu people are also referred to as Soso, 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 Susu, Susu. Remember, they're trying to say Isu, Iso, Usu. That's all they're trying to say. Alright? The term saws, right? Saws, Esau, Asa. Don't let them trick you like that. Alright? The Susu are descendants of their Manding ancestors who lived in the mountainous Mali-Guinea border. Right? Okay. You can read more about this on your own. Okay. Notable figures. Kareem Barora. You can see that those are Negroes. The Bantu knots. Right. This woman looks very Negro. I mean, she is Negro. Let me stop. Negro man right there, Sierra Leone. Right. Got footballers. Negro. From the these are Susu people or Esau. Right. But yeah, I just want to type this right quick. Sacred color. Okay, they red. See, red is strongly associated with Susu people, right? Which is red is the name for Edom, right? Because Edom likes red. All right, Susu people, religion, predominantly Muslim, right? Okay, it could be part of the Moorish Empire too, but so. Next, we got the Suku. The Suku people. All right. The Suku people are Basuku. See, I'm looking at the keyword Su and Basu. I see Basu as another way of saying Esau, right? And and Suku as Su or Isu or Esau, right? An ethnic group of Bantu origin traditionally inhabit the southwestern Democratic Congo and northwest Angola, right? So we come from the Yaka people, right? So, yeah. As you see, their masks are all looks like the Edo people's masks. So, and then you go to the images. For some reason they're showing some New Guinea stuff, but we're looking at Congo. Right. So next we're gonna do right. So they're saying, wait, let me see something. Esan. I thought when I did this one, I was. Okay, yeah. Next one, Hausa. The Hausa are a major West African ethnic group numbering over 70 million, primarily residing in northern Nigeria and southern Nigeria. The Hausa, right? If you look at the word, right? Key word, so it's spelled Hausa, Bahashwa, Bahashi, Bahashia, Hausa, Hausa. Look at the key words. Hausa sounds like Esau. They're just saying it with an H, right? And then we spell it backwards. It's Esua or Isua. When it's Esau. And then Bahashi. It's backwards. It's Ishua. Ishua. Sounds like Ishua when it's Esau. And then same thing here. Ishua sounds like Esau, but it's Esau with an I. Hasua, you can clearly see it. Esua, right? So it's that's they're trying to say Esau's part of the name. All right. So if you look at this name, the Hausawa, in the last 1,000 years, crisscrossed the vast landscape of Africa in all its four corners for varieties of reasons ranging from military service, long distance trade, hunting, performing a Hajj, fleeing from oppressive Hausa feudal kings, as well as spreading Islam. Because the vast majority of Hausa speakers are Muslims, any attempted to embark on the Hajj pilgrimage, a requirement of all Muslims who are able, on the way to back from Hijaz, many settled, often indigenized to some degree. For example, many Hausa in Saudi Arabia identify as Hausa and Afro-Arab. In the Arab world, the surname Hausawi, an indicator of Hausa ancestry. So, backwards, Sawi is Esau. If you already know that. When you put the I, in the middle of the S is Esau. So, Esau. Bingo. Right? You can read about this on your own right here. You might have to go back on this later. You see the turban he's wearing. So, remember, the Moors aren't just Moabites and Elamites. You also have some Edomites there too. Right? There goes some more, Hausa people. Right? Part of the Afro-Asiatic family, so they came from Asia. Not sure which part of Asia. You see the turban, they look like Moors, but they're not Moabites. Some of them are Moabites, some of them are Edomites. A lot of them are Edomites. Right? Also tribe, sacred color. Red, right? Hausa tribe. You look at them. Some of them are red, some of them are brown, some of them are dark. Descendants of Esau. Hausawaya. Hausawai. Esau, right? Next, we got the Habesha. That's going to be on part 2.